Hey. Hey. Good morning. Retail sales coming up. It's a tradable news event. All right, I guess we should get going. So good morning, welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube community of more than 20,000 foreign exchange traders. We gather here today to conduct technical and fundamental analysis with the overriding goal of planning our trades in advance. Because trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone, your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, never risk money you cannot afford to lose. So, we got a big day going on. I got this email less than an hour ago. I'm alerted to the fact that we have PPI coming up. It's funny, it's on European servers. Isn't that funny? So the time is different. It's actually 8:30 here, but the time changed in the United States and America. But anyways, coming up a little bit is retail. Retail sales is going to be the market mover. PPI, not so much, but they're all lined up. They're all lined up, right? So what else going on? Markets are moving. Good. Gold, great. Cool. So these are the trade plans that TRADARS is offering to those that are going to sign up for the 61 cent a day email. Apple, Amazon, Google, Meta, Nvidia, Aussie dollar, Euro dollar, pound dollar, Bitcoin dollar, Ethereum dollar, NASDAQ, crude oil, gold. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 trade plans for 61 cents. Hey, that ain't bad. So what you do is you're like, well, I don't care about all this stuff. I only care about some of it. Cool. That's why I made it affordable. And so let's say you just trade Forex. Cool. Now you go to your charts and you plot this out and see what you think. Do you like it? Do you like it? What do you think about pound dollar? Are you into that move? Okay. And just because, let's say, it's a intraday trade, could it run into more than that? Could it be a day trade? Could it be a swing trade? Is it leading into something bigger? But the thing is that is a break of technical resistance on a 15-minute chart. It definitely knows that. Okay. Cool. Nice, right? Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, no. Oh, I got caught. I got caught on a gold trade. No. All right. We got to get ready for the news. So let's trade, I don't know, euro dollar, huh? Euro dollar is by far the most liquid currency. Oops, I grabbed euro, not dollar. Okay. Now, if I might, let me go to the staging site for TRADARS. And pull up the scalping tool. The scalper. Okay, so we go to PPI. Let me move this around. Let's focus on euro. Make this a little bigger. And then I'll make this platform a little smaller. I knew I couldn't grab it. Oh, because it's full. Okay, make that a little smaller. Make the stage a little bigger. How do I make it without going full bore here? Yeah, it's fighting me. Okay, anywho. Oh, gee whiz. Stupid Microsoft Windows. All right. Let me kind of reset it. A little bit of a glitch there. Okay, and so what have we seen in the past for this asset? We've seen that if the actual is less than 0.3 in PPI, which is coming out 10 minutes and 10 seconds from now, 75% chance USD yen will fall. Okay. If the actual is greater than 0.3, you get like euro dollar. Oh, look at that. It's a swing down. It's a swing trade. Okay. A swing trade. Oh, well, okay. Maybe we don't want euro dollar. 4 hour, 2 hour USD kitty cat, 75% chance of down. 4 hours, 75% chance of down. Okay, so that's a news trade into a day trade into a swing trade. All right, so we're probably better off on USD kitty cat. So let's change our asset. Thank you, TRADARS, okay. It just knows that from history for some reason. Remember, it's just technical analysis. It doesn't know the reason. It just knows that in the past, that is actually what's occurred. Cool. So, but it doesn't know anything about if it comes out greater than expected. There's no consistent trade pattern. And if it comes out as expected, there's no. So it's only if this is greater does it produce a repeatable pattern. Does that make sense? The market will move if it comes out less or as expected. There's just no repeatable pattern. And the AI doesn't forget. So we're on kitty cat, and that's what happened last time. So we have the trades, okay? you can see, oh, we're in the 7-minute warning. All right, so you can see the chart from February. Here's the chart from January. Here's the chart for December. Here's, right, so on and so forth. And that's how you get to the 75% of the time. That's what happened. Cool, right? Cool, so we'll keep an eye on that. So what are we going to do? Just, I suppose, set up a trade plan based on down. Doesn't mean we'll take it, because we still need to know the news, right? So we'll point our dailies down. Remember, you got to be careful. If you're going to use this tool, you're going to need an ECN like Trader's Way. Most brokers don't like you trading the news, and they certainly don't like you to have this level of granularity and detail that gives you an edge. So you need a trader that's not a broker that's not booking you, because if they have a business model based on booking their clients, they're not going to like you doing this. Okay. So please be advised. So what do you think? Sort of a down? Well, I guess we could look at the past and see how it behaved. This one, okay, there was a bit of a pop and then a drop. This one was a pop and a drop. This one was sort of a pop and a drop. This one was a pop and a drop. Oh, so it's a pop and a drop. A pop and a drop. Well, I should be, let's go through. I guess a little bit of green and then down. A bunch of green and then down. Straight down. Green and down. And here we are right? This, I think it looks like we're missing. There we go. Definitely green and down. So I think there's a pretty reasonable probability of some green and then some down. What do you think? Isn't that nice to be able to go back and look at the charts? Hey, do you want to see the charts for PPI back in a year ago? Well, let's do April. Let's do April. And that's it right there. Okay, that's the news event. And in April of 2023, it went straight down. Boo-boo-boo-doo-boo-doo-boo. Straight down. Cool, huh? All right, 3 minutes. Are you guys excited? Remember, that's only if the actual is greater than expected. If it comes out anything else, it'll be a market mover. There just won't be a discernible pattern. And that's risky. I suppose the other nice thing about using a ECN like Trader's Way for a scalp on news events is because ECNs charge a small commission instead of a spread. Spreads don't widen, right? "95 seconds. Okay. So I'm watching retail sales as well. And boy, that'll be interesting if, ideally it's a good number, right? So, hey man, the consumer's been alive and well for a while. And so a change in that trend would be significant. Oops. Much more informative than the PPI. When it comes to PPI, normally that's important to predict, future inflation, but we already have an inflation print that's going to be used by the Fed next week in their interest rate decisions. So they're more interested. They're not so interested in PPI right now. It's looking too far forward. Of course, if the number is dramatic, which no one would expect, okay, but not likely. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll yell it out. If you have it, yell it out. 0.6, it's way greater. Ho, 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 ho. Whoa, dude. So that's way greater. Retail sales, 0.6 as well, but PPI, 0.6. Holy schnicker-schnacker. Oh, my God. Massive month. Holy crimoly. Americans out there spending some money. Jobless claims, 1.81. Okay. Core PPI, 2% annual, greater than expected. Retail sales, greater than expected. Headline month-over-month PPI, greater than expected. Okay. Well, actually, retail sales, yeah. Retail sales, I guess it's 0.6, and the market was expecting 0.8. Is that right? Okay, that's a little off. Retail sales autos, I guess that's a little off. Okay, I mean, it's not, I guess I should take it back. It's, okay, I thought it was a bigger deal, but still, 0.6 is a miss compared to 0.8. I don't think I was expecting 0.8. So 0.6, what would that mean? The economy's cooling down. The Fed could cut if that was such a dramatic piece of news, right? And so could that create some dollar weakness? Yeah, I suppose it could. So is there going to be a pop and drop? Well, go back to PPI. We are expecting 0.3 MOM, and that's 0. Wait, I keep looking at the wrong one. PPI, sorry, PPI month over month. Yeah, 0.6. Yeah, that is right. That is double what we were expecting. And there was no discernible pattern, if I recall correctly. No discernible pattern. No discernible pattern. Wow. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Yale keeps hounding me to get a MBA with them. I'm like, dude, leave me alone. Okay, interesting. Holding. Look at the accuracy. Sorry. Holding. Ba 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 da ba 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 da da ba ba do ba bo bo bo. Bridges to burn. Now it's my turn. Sorry. So it calculated that it still thinks the 2-hour trend will be down. So it updated. Isn't that cool? All right. Okay. It took a while, but it had to think. It looked at all the past situations. Okay. And it thinks USD CAD, based on the last 12 PPI month over months, have a 75% chance the 2-hour will fall. All right, well, it took a little bit to think. Remember, it's actually, it has to go back through years of data. Yeah. Now, it's stating here, it's looking at the last 12 months. It's right. So it's adding these up, but I talked to the development team. I think it was yesterday. Seems like a million years ago. Yesterday, and a couple of days ago, these charts were not loading, and then right. And so, anyways, I talked to them. I'm like, why is it still loading? And it went like an hour and it wouldn't load, right? And they said, well, they were actually changing the AI to look at 7 years of data, and that much data crunching kind of broke something. And so they've gone through and they've fixed it. So it's only displaying 12 months because holding all these charts, Because remember, it doesn't look at it like you look at it. So holding all these charts for 7 years would be ridiculous, right? So anyways, it's telling you based on the last 12 months, but according to the development team, it's really truly according to the last 7 years. Eskimo says, hey, is it going to come out today? Maybe. I think so. Yeah, the time change in the United States a couple of days ago, so it's 8:30, and for many of you it's 7:30, and even for my email server it's 7:30. And then what is it, 2 or 3 weeks? And to make things complicated, when I'm in Morocco, because of Ramadan, they changed the time because of Ramadan. And usually it's 1 hour off of European time or Western European time. And when I'm there, it'll be 2 hours off. So it's going to be really confusing. Okay. So it's telling you just a short-term downtrend is plausible. It's not going to last very long. Not likely to be a big trade. But it believes that when it closes, so this is a 15-minute candle. Excuse me. Let me get my drawing tool back. Oh, there it is. Okay, so let's say it's a pop and drop like we saw in the past. So we had the pop. Oops. Okay. We had the pop, and then let's say it is followed by a drop. So then you have a drop, drop. Okay, and then I'm going to guess a rise, a rise. So 1, 2, 3. That's 1 hour, and then I'm going to do 3 more candles down. Drop, drop, drop. Now we don't know how far it's going to fall. It could fall here. It could fall here. It could, right? We don't, because all it's saying is the closing price relative to the open price. Okay, so the open price relative to the close price, which could be here, it could be here, it could be here, it could be here. There's no target. It just knows 75% of the time, after 2 hours, it was lower than when we started. But we don't know to the degree. To what degree? How bearish? Well, there's so many variables that, that's not what it's doing. Okay? So we're 12 minutes into it, and so we're 10% into the move, right? It's just this one, USD CAD only. So it has different results for the different pairs, right? But they're all the same except I just happened to get lucky and pick the right one because remember, many of these only had patterns on sort of one time frame. And this one had patterns on the 4 hour, right? So this could last as much as 4 hours, maybe as much as 12 hours, right? Okay, so there might be some more meat on this one than just a scalp, but I think you're going to get a lot of volatility. But again, so now if we read it, we can draw the following conclusions about the expected movement of USD CAD based on the last 12 PPI month-over-month events in the United States. 80% chance that the 12-hour trend is down since the actual is greater than the 0.3 consensus. And then when I click on highlight historical events, it opens all the charts for you automatically. Did you see that? Let me close it. Close, close, close. I mean, it's beautiful technology. Okay, you see they're all closed? All right, TRADARS, you think there's an 80% chance that the 12-hour trend is down. Prove it to me. How did you get to this conclusion? Okay. And it now shows you. This is how I got to the conclusion. Now, look at dramatic down, pullback. Okay. So it's not telling you to hold it for 12 hours. It's saying if you look at if you go out 12 hours on a 15-minute chart, this one closed lower than the open. This one closed lower than the open. This one closed lower in the open. Okay, this one closed lower in the open. You still need to make judgment calls of when to take profit and when to move your stop and all that kind of stuff. You still have to do your job. But wouldn't it be helpful to say, well, based on the past, there's a pretty good probability that down is what I should be doing today? Huh? That's all. You still have to do your job. It's not going to do your job for you, but at least you got intel. Well, Eskimo, you should join because I do that today. Okay? Next week is going to be an epic week because the day before is the Fed meeting. Whew. Okay? And then the week after that, I will not be leading the swing trading group. Our currency coach, Ryan, will be leading it. So you'll get to see a different personality. Right? So it's a great opportunity to learn from two different people. So, I'd say now. Yeah. The charts are updating. Did you just notice that? You notice this? This chart here is updating live. Dude, that is insane in the membrane. Looks like you could have made a 10 pip scalp there if you're that kind of scalper. Does anybody do that on a regular basis? Sort of take a volatility trade like that and pick up 10, 15? Anybody do that? I used to do that a lot. My philosophy was that it paid for a lot of the other stuff. Yeah, I definitely used to. Oh my God. So I used to do a lot of things like let's do do I have one on here? Yeah, 1530 or 2020. Sure. Right? So I could do something like this. Or I could have had it here higher. And then it automatically gives me my 2020 OCO. That kind of stuff. For sure. So I could have done that pre-news. Remember, we were down here pre-news. This is the selling zone. I set this to be bearish. Remember all of that? And we looked at, it was not uncommon for a pop and drop. So we'll see if it hits it. Probably will. And then I just want to show you the example of the OCO. Okay. You got to catch the bid, not the ask. Okay. I'm not saying this is the best place to do it, but I want to give you the example of it. All right. Notice we were like a millipip away from the target. Oh no. Don't drop on me, baby. Oh, look how close we got. So funny. I just wanted to show you the OCO. Okay. Now, for those that want to be a bull, and you're like, Wayne, all this is nonsense. Totally fine. What I would do if I were me, if I wanted to be a bull, perfectly acceptable, I would mark this level and probably have it do something more like this, and that. That's how I do that. Okay, I should be in. Yeah, and I'll go out to the hourly chart. There's my limit. My stop. And my limit is here. And then I can adjust. I can bring this in closer. For example, I can bring it in. So now I'm risking like 18 pips. And then I can say, well, I want a little more. So I'm doing an 1822 OCO. I just want to show that you can adjust. But you can automate the process. So you're like, okay, I'm going to go into a new scalp. So I'm going to set it up. I want my direction. So maybe TRADARS gives us our direction. And then you decide on, if you're a bear, you can only sell at resistance. So the reason I picked that particular price was it's a monthly pivot. It just is a form of resistance. I'm not saying that's the right one. It could have been this high. It could have been the next high. But whatever, you make your decision. And then, you decide what kind of trade. if it's a 2 hour trade, an OCO, a 2020 like I did is probably fine. A a day trade, well, that's something that lasts between, well, a market trade would be 4 hours. A day trade, I'd call that more like closer to 12. So for those, you might want to do like a 33.99, and you scalp 100 pips. Yeah, totally. But for that, I'd probably want a daily pivot. I'd probably want a 4 hour 21 or something to that effect. Okay. 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 And that's just par for the course kind of thing. Nothing special about that technique. Okay. You might like it better on an hourly like this. Coolio, any thoughts or questions about that? You'll notice that I have multiple versions, or I guess I can't do it now that I'm in a trade. But there was a 33.99. There is very often I do 111.333. That's a swing trade. Does anyone use a different technique? Like another technique you could do, I'd have to pick, let's pick a different pair. Okay, euro dollar. A different technique could be, I don't even know if I can manually do it. Well, let's see. No, I don't want to sell there. Yeah, they'll only let me do the opposite. I wonder if I can trick it. I want to trick it by putting it up here. It may enter me though. Hang on. Yeah. So what I'm trying to get to, modify, maybe I can do it this way. I want to turn it into a buy order. I mean a sell order. So you can sell the lower low, delete. So it'll only let me do the opposite. So I think to speed this up, I mean, most likely you can do it through a new order. I just don't trade this way. So, oh yeah. Symbol, volume, market execution. But what price? If it drops below 109.25, I'll put 20. Okay, if it drops below 109.20, sell. Is it going to let me? Oh, I have to do it again. 109.20. Thank you for nothing. We'll call it 22. Invalid stop or take part. Ah, see? Is it going to do it there? No, because that'll do it immediately. Pending order. Sell stop. Sell limit 109.22. Pending. Oh, that's the stop loss. I got it. Will it let me? Yeah, see, it still won't let me. Oh, no. It won't let me do the sell. I want to sell low. And it won't let me do it as a sell stop either. No, but I don't want to. Oh, you're saying a buy stop is a short. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. Let me try that. A buy stop, is that right? Is going to put me short? Is that right? No. Well, I got there right at. I got the asset. I have the amount. It's a pending order. But it won't let me do it below the market. 109. Open price you must set must differ apart. All right, well, I need to have it lower maybe? All right, we might have. Yeah, I had sell stop, and yet still doesn't. Yeah, all right. So obviously I don't do this, but there you can do some interesting things. But I suppose you're going to have to do it through EA and program it. So what I was trying to get to is. You could do like sell below that, buy above that. Now using traditional orders, I can only buy on down there. And that would be sort of counter news vol, and I don't want that. I want to do it more like a breakout. Okay? But anyways. Anywho, let's look around the world. As you guys know, oil's having a good day. That's great. Let me move out of this. Let's get back into that. Lovely. Okay, oil's doing great today. Okay, yesterday's EIA, but also notice how I have it pointed up. You're welcome. Also, the Ukrainian army sent drones into Russia and attacked some of their oil facilities. That's a good excuse to pop this sucker up. Okay, cool, right? So we're way out of position now. Way out of position because, we're nowhere near the 4 hour. Nowhere near the 4 hour. Lovely. Such a good song, huh? Yes, you're ugly, with your smile so worn and your teeth so green. Yeah! Baby, you smell of Vaseline, but I like the way you look tonight. That booger that jiggles in your nose. Yep. Anyways. So I've been a bull on oil for quite some time, like months and months and months and months. Great. Okay, great. Remember how you filter all of this. I'll state the obvious, but maybe it's not the obvious. I don't know. When you filter as a bull, you have opportunities to maybe buy at support, and then you buy at support, and then you buy at support, and then you buy at support, and you get knocked. Maybe you get knocked out because you would have bought. Let me change that last one. Okay, you would have bought at support there, and then it failed, so all of this would have been taken out. Okay, and then do you buy here? No. Do you buy here? No. Why? You're not at the bottom of the channel. Do you buy here? No. Do you buy here? No. Can you buy here? Maybe here, and yes to here. Okay. In yesterday's trading, okay, you might say, Wayne, by the time I got bullish on this, I didn't get the opportunity because it never came back to 79. Is that true? Did it leave you behind? No, that is not true. Because that's today's buying price. But we don't do that today. Because you're front running today, you do today's buying zone yesterday. Is that a confusing concept? Okay. I'm not interested in buying here. It's not likely to drop all the way back to 79. But what's this, my friend? Tomorrow's price, which you should be using today. So what about today's price? Today's price was for yesterday. Okay? And so then I zoom in. Maybe I can do this on an hour. Okay. Let me zoom in. Remember, we knew this yesterday. It did come back. It did give you the up. So there's two things. Well, if you trade oil, that's A. And B, if you're a bull. We don't know if this is going up. You will never know if it's going to go up. You have to stop thinking that way. You need to think about what you wanted to do and why, and we create a bias from that. And then if this asset's falling, you can buy at hardcore support or you can buy higher lows. So if it falls, what do you care? It doesn't matter to you. Oh, but how am I supposed to know if it's going to fall or not? You don't, ever. Stop worrying about that. Now, it's when you're random and the market seems random that you get inconsistent results. And that's why you're like, well, I need to know the future before I make a trade. How dumb is that? You need to know the future before you'll never know the future. So you need to know what you're going to do. That's what do you want and how are you going to achieve it? You need a business plan to be a businessman. Well, you're a trader, so you need a trade plan. You'll never, ever, ever know the outcome. You can do research, both fundamentally and technically, and it still won't work. But it's good to do the research to get to the point where at least now you've decided what you intend to do. Doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. Doesn't matter what happens tomorrow. When you know what you intend to do and how you're going to execute that intention is not reality. It's executing that becomes reality. Now you're in a trend. So look, I've been bullish on oil for months and months and months. Why? Who cares? Doesn't matter why. I did my research. And everyone from the day traders to the swing traders and everybody in between, everybody knows. Okay, great. But I don't know if it's going to go up or down ever. Okay? It's like, look, I've been doing this for 20 years, and I have some experience. I have some education. Great. I don't want you to interpret that like one day you will want to know like Wayne. Well, that'd be a fallacy because I don't know. It's the wrong question, right? So it's more like, how do I have control like Wayne? How can I have intent like Wayne? Right? You got to get that all together. So if I intend to be a buyer, I look at the market completely differently. Can I buy that? Yes. Okay, can I buy that? Yes. Can I buy that? Yes. Can I buy that? No, I'm already in and it's not really producing. Okay. Oh, I made another high. Can I buy this? Yes. And it failed. Oh, crap. Right? Give me my money. And now you're out. Can I buy that? No. Can I buy that? No. Because we haven't printed a bottom yet. So maybe not. Can I buy that? No, because now we're range trading downward. We're range trading downward. Can I buy that? No. I buy higher lows in an uptrend. I don't buy higher lows in a downtrend. Okay? So you analyze the range, and once it becomes 2 standard deviations right below, could you buy this? You could. It's riskier than I like, but if it's at a pivot, it's a maybe. If it's at a psych level, it's a maybe. But it gives me permission because we identified that, and we identified that, and we identified that, and we identified that. Each one of those moves relative to this line is called variance. Okay? You take the sum of 2 squares and blah, 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 and you can calculate standard deviation. Okay, great. So it's just statistical analysis that says, all right, it's oversold. Doesn't mean it's a buy. But after that, if you get a higher low, then I can engage. Can I engage here? No, I shouldn't. Okay? What about after, right? After a support 2 standard deviations below the mean. It's a riskier trade than I like, but yes, this little circle is a yes. Only if I'm predisposed to be a bull. Okay, then it performs, and it gave me a new opportunity right there. But only if I'm a bull. I don't know if it's going to go up. In fact, we're 2 standard deviations now above. If there are bears, they're going to sell there. If there are bears and they sell there, they're going to take me out of this trade for profit. But what if they don't? So then I take, right? This is my zone, which I knew all of yesterday. I would have preferred the lower one, but it don't matter none. Okay? Okay? So now you drop into a smaller time frame yesterday. 15-minute chart maybe. Okay, I'll get rid of this. If it'll let me. Probably not. I drew it on a higher time frame. There we go. Delete. All right. So that's all I know. Let me get rid of this. This is a trader's bullish target from a previous day. I'll get rid of that. And so all I care about is we know the same as this lower line, okay? We know that if bears exist, they're going to sell here. Am I right? Yes. We are 2 standard deviations above the mean, and it's been trending down, so bears will or should sell. If they don't, they're not likely to be a bear. So what happened? Well, somebody did something and gave us the opportunity of this. And now we're making higher highs. We're on our way to 181. Sweet. Well, if I'm a bull, okay, I need to start planning later today or tomorrow. Oops. And start looking at, this price. But this is going to move throughout the day. Okay, cool. Ooh la la! Oh. Ooh la la! Was that helpful? Give me some positive feedback. Good. Thank you, Timbo. Thank you, Jimbo. Thank you, Jean-Guibo. That's actually that actually works, right? Jean-Guibo. So the pivot can obviously see from the previous time frame the previous high. So that's all in the calculations. I guess there's, yeah. Yeah, so I am going to be hopeful that today, or God forbid, tomorrow, I'm going to send you an email to join TRADARS. I shared the sign-up list for about 3 weeks every day. So if you didn't sign up, you're out. You're out. Brinsley won't stand for it. Does not like the laggards. Brinsley likes bourbon, though. Brinsley likes bourbon. Brinsley's like, whoa, wait, what? All right. What a day already, huh? Yeah, this is usually, I do the market open, I get my stuff on. Yeah, no booze. You've never bought a bottle of bourbon or scotch or port wine ever? Yeah. Well, good for you. I'm just looking at different things. Sorry, I'm looking off screen. Oh yeah, an update for the QuantBox AI alerts. I've been approved by the FTC for that regulates phone numbers. I've been approved. I had to provide a lot of information. I had to provide a lot of records. I had to go through whatever background checks and stuff. But I've been approved by the government for things like toll-free phone numbers, and which is a major milestone that we've crossed the hurdle. And I'm buying up phone numbers around the world. Okay. So people that in the United States very, very soon that have signed up for the AI alert service from QuantBox, which is an upgrade service, will receive a text from 618-1382. And it'll say things like, pound kiwi, fundamental trade alert. I've been testing the language, in particular, how many letters are being sent, and all that, and the formatting of what it'll look like on your phone. So we're playing around with formatting. Okay. So anyways, we're at that point where I'm formatting the text. I'm buying the phone numbers. It could be as soon as Monday. I don't want to say Monday, but it could be. It could be. It might be. Probably not, but it's that close. So very, very, very soon that will launch. Then my next step is, once it's all automated, I need to buy phone numbers in other countries. But at least the Americanos, we'll get them set up on the text messaging. And then the Canadians. And then I think we have one subscriber in Holland, so I'll have to buy a phone number in Holland for that one person. Well worth it. But that's where we are. So, okay, so funny, right? That's like one of the 5 projects I'm working on. So I have to bring that up. So, okay, if you're a subscriber to QuantBox, okay, oh, come on now. Let's just go max. All right, if you're a subscriber to QuantBox, you log in and okay, you sign up here. This price is going to go up the minute it becomes available. So it could be like, I don't think it'll happen today. I'm not that optimistic. But next week, I think there's a high probability. So next week, this is going to go up by 50%. And that's that. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to become a monthly fee that's significantly, probably 50% more expensive. 50% more expensive. Okay? So last chance. Okay? No joke. It's happening. It took a long time. It's a very complicated process. And we are about to wrap that up. I'm telling you, it's been four months, I think. 4 months, 4.5 months of just intense development work by a team of people. It's AI that reads the AI, and then an AI that talks to the AI that reads the AI. And the AI that talks to the AI that reads the AI writes the email. Excuse me. And then the AI that wrote the email, who talked to the AI that watched the AI, then sends the information to a service that manages all the phone numbers I've purchased, and then rewrites that message as a text that then does the distribution, so that when something tradable, something extremely important changes on QuantBox, you're notified within seconds. So again, there's an AI that watches everything, an AI that watches everything. So there's one that, let's say, reports everything, an AI that watches the reporting, who then sends that to an AI that writes the message, that then sends it to a service that sends the distribution to your phone. And it's going to go click, 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 bzz, bzz. And you look down, you're like, pound CAD just went from a 4 to a 6. Holy schnecker schnocker. And then you run to your computer and you look at pound Kiwi. And you're like, it's a 6 now. Cool. And you start analyzing, making decisions. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's insane. In the membrane. Let's look at the stock market because it's opening, and then I got to go. Okay? I have concerns, but I've been brave. I've been patient. I've been brave to stay bullish. This is the one I'm worried about today. There's always something to worry about. Oh no! Oh no! Okay. Could be hedging day. Could be a rabbit. Could be. Cool. Cool. So I guess I'll let you to it. Could be scalping day. I use SPXS, but you could do if you're going to do this one, okay, you can move over and you can say, how about this one? Okay? Can you do that? So I got to go, babe. That was real. Thank you for everything that you do. There is a lot of stuff that's about to come out. I know it's probably overwhelming. But it's all coming to fruition. It just happens to be, since I have multiple teams doing multiple things, there's lots coming out kind of all at once. But I wanted everything done by summer. Because I've dropped like 45 pounds. So by the time summer comes along, I had like six-pack abs and I want to strut around my pool like a peacock. And I don't want to be working. I just want to, me and my laptop. So, right? Me and my Forex, me and my trades. And this summer too, there's actually a lot of my nonprofit stuff happens in the summer. So I want to focus this summer on rebuilding the portfolio in those endowments that I now strategically advise. And so I get the keys to that kingdom and meet with all the different finance people on the committee, and then meet with the Wall Street firm that's holding the endowments, and meet with that person and get them on board and start rebuilding all of that kind of stuff. And then there's not just a board meeting, but a board retreat that I got to fly to California to, and hang out with the senior directors on this board for I want to do that kind of stuff this summer. So I don't want to be building things. I just want to trade and invest. That's where I'm trying to get to. And so all next year, to me next year, as we move into the late third and fourth quarter and closer to the election and stuff, I got to have all this stuff off my plate because I just want to trade and invest. That's my love. And now I'm doing it for endowments and nonprofits. So it's a big deal. I want to have that kind of focus. So I pushed really, really hard to get all this infrastructure built for us. And there's just one more thing I want to do before the summer. And I want to take QuantBox, I want to take TRADARS, and I want to take the coaching that we do over at Investor Bootcamp. So there's three services there, right? Coaching and training, automation of fundamentals, and the automation of technicals. Those are the three things. AI, real people. And I want to build a service where we combine those three and then add a $100,000 trading account. And you become a member of that service. One-stop shop for those that are serious, not for those that are just learning. That wouldn't be appropriate. But for those that are, want to be funded, and that's just the start. I'd like to see with $1 million. But that will take you, let's say, if you do it properly, it'll take you a year and a half, let's say. But you will be with a group and you'll have the right tools, and you build a small business. Good. And if we can do that by summer, I'd be really happy. And we'd have sort of a sustainable or self-sustaining even organization. I've already bought the domain. I could sell it for thousands of dollars right now. Kind of shows you what I've already invested into this idea. I got to build the site and I got to build all the tools. And, it's once again not an easy thing. But that's my vision. And that means I need to also go meet with a bunch of prop firms and meet the leadership. And I thought it'd be even fun to do it as a podcast where I sit down and talk to the CEOs and stuff and talk to some of the traders and, maybe even a documentary. Wouldn't that be cool? So I'm shelving it, but that's what's coming next. Okay? That's what's coming next. So for those that signed up to the TRADARS email list, it's not available anymore. You missed it. You're out. Everyone that did sign up, thank you for doing that. And look forward to hearing from me today. Today or tomorrow, maybe. This afternoon or tomorrow morning, maybe. Or maybe I'll start sending some information over the weekend, and maybe the sign up is Monday. You know, it just depends on how much my developers let me down today and tomorrow and this weekend. Anyways, it's a big job, and it's been very frustrating, but I'm super ridiculously excited. So thank you for your patience. Peace on earth. The markets are open. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. Go kick some ass out there, but be safe. Cheers.